This is the Alliance Challenger from Lakon, and if you're thinking it looks similar to the Chieftain, you would be correct. The Challenger is another top-tier AX vessel that trades speed and agility for firepower, and I have to admit I'm quite fond of it. Unfortunately, it has very limited cosmetic options, and so won't unseat the Chieftain just yet. The Challenger is slower in a straight line than the Chieftain, but can reach speeds of 520 when outfitted for a similar hull strength as the Chief. The cockpit and visibility are essentially the same, but the hardpoints are where things get interesting. The Challenger has 3 medium hardpoints on its underside, all with excellent convergence, and on top there is a large hardpoint along with 3 small. This means that even with flak mounted, the Challenger can run 3 medium and 1 small Gauss, and without flak the Challenger can run 4 medium Gauss cannons. This can make taking on the tougher Thargoids with basic ammo a much easier task. While not as nimble as the Chieftain, the ship still orbits flawlessly, and if anything, offers a more stable platform than the twitchy responsiveness of the Chieftain. Let's see how the Chieftain's bigger sibling does against the Thargoids. First, we face off against a double cyclops. The Challenger is still significantly faster than a clops, so I expected no trouble in dispatching the pair. At first, the manoeuvring and aim felt a little laboured, but this was just an adjustment period. I was so used to the Chieftain's effortless thruster control that the lower responsiveness of the Challenger felt off. It isn't sluggish though, I would describe it as just feeling more stable. So Cyclops are no problem for the Challenger. Basilisks are where I thought it may become trickier. The Challenger, even in a super light configuration like I am using, is still slower than a Basilisk. I worried that fighting multiple Basilisks at once may be a very difficult scenario compared to the Chieftain. don't get a lot of time to deal with the swarm, but during attacking runs the Challenger is every bit as capable as the Chieftain in avoiding the swarm and eliminating hearts. In any ship slower than the interceptor it is facing, distance can always be gained by performing a flyby maneuver in the opposite direction to the Goyd's direction of travel. Thargoid interceptors are fast in a straight line, but slow to turn and accelerate. If you are familiar with this technique, then the Challenger's speed deficit is no problem at all. So the Challenger's biggest potential failing is not an issue, and it can comfortably handle multiple Basilisk encounters. The Medusa we'll only mention quickly, as the only real difference between the Challenger and Chieftain here is that the added firepower of the Challenger makes attacking runs quicker. It handles this interceptor variant exceedingly well, perhaps even better, with the more stable aiming making quick work of the hearts. The Hydra is where things become interesting for me. You see, the Challenger in its normal loadout, with flak, has about the same damage output as the Chieftain if it is running standard ammunition instead of basic. And I had comfortably taken out Hydra with standard ammo in the Chieftain, but never basic. How would the Challenger fare against the Hydra using only basic ammo? I would need to re-exert on the first heart, but the ability to comfortably exert was very promising. The first heart had fallen, and while the need to re-exert meant more ammo usage, it's much less of a concern when using basic instead of premium ammo. The next few hearts were really comfortable, with the rhythm of the ship very easily falling into place. Damage would be taken when using all 4 Gauss on the hearts, but never more than can be recovered from with repair limpets and AFMU usage. nearing the end of the fight except for the lightning attack, but the Challenger withstood it admirably. And so the basic ammo Hydra was complete. The Challenger had risen to the occasion, proving itself an outstanding ship for the heavier side of AX combat. The build I'm using here has been heavily reduced in armor protection compared to what the ship could support. This is to give a closer speed to the Chieftain. The hull is engineered with heavy-duty deep plate, but is only the lightweight alloy. This provides the same protection as a Chieftain. My reasoning here is that this ship can equal the Chieftain in armor this way, but serve as an alternative where only a small amount of speed is sacrificed for the extra firepower of an additional medium Gauss cannon. You are of course free to set up your ship however you wish, and far greater armor levels are possible. The Challenger is a very versatile ship, and effective to an outstanding degree.